What's up guys, it's Mike with Shallow Reefing, come back at you with another video. And I need to do something, but I want to do it on a budget. That is pretty much the story of my life, right? So, one of the things I really wanted to do was I wanted to wait for like a Black Friday sale to upgrade my lights by adding a ReefBreeders Lumen bar on it. And I had been, waiting and trying to sell frags in order to get enough money for it. Well, it turns out one of my friends ended up selling me his. So my buddy, Scotty Dameron, is deciding to do a huge upgrade. So he's taken his tank from, I believe it was a 180, I might be wrong on that, to a 300. So because he's upgrading and doing completely different lighting, he was selling this for a steal. So I decided to jump on it because, it's good to have friends, especially friends that like to sell stuff. Looking at Wayne and Scotty, because I appreciate getting all the stuff from them. So now I got a 60-inch ReefBreeders Lumen bar, and it's the blue UV hybrid, which is the exact one I was looking at. It's just in silver instead of black, but who cares? It was a steal. Thank you, Scotty. Now let's get it on the tank and get some par readings to see how this is gonna look on the tank. All right, so Scotty actually had this exact same fixture here, the Aquatic Life T5 hybrid, and he used kind of like this PVC to drop in between and just use that lumen bar in between to, add some fill light. So he did like a bar method as opposed to the radion method, which is awesome, but I can't really use these. However, you can kind of see on this, there's like a little swivel joint, and I think what I can do is I can kind of use this, and I can kind of take this piece here, the one that is in my hand, and run it along these channels. So that way it can be here and kind of pivot, or maybe it'll be like this and pivot. I don't know. If you guys have an Aquatic Life T5 hybrid fixture and you're trying to mount a lumen bar, hopefully this helps you, because I'm kind of winging it. Yes, that is literally the story of my life. Wing it and see if it works. I might look it up. Let me go look and see if anything like this is on YouTube, because YouTube teaches me everything. All right, so my plan is to take off this decorative end cap here, and then once that's off, there should be another little bracket inside that is actually holding all the weight, and then I'm going to take that off and slide this little bolt through here, and that's what's going to be held on in that little tract. That's the plan. It feels like it's going to work, but I say that all the time and it fails. Let's see how well I do at this. I mean, did I put the other one up here? Scotty left it up there, I think, or maybe I did. All right, scratch my first plan. I don't think I need to take these off. I have screws in on these sides, and I'm going to take those off and then slide it off. Let's see. All right, so I got the decorative end cap off, and now I'm just going to, I think I'm just going to remove it on this side. I'll just take this one and that one off. I don't know if you can see that. And then I should be able to kind of drop it down just enough where I can kind of slide the bolts in. By the way, if you're going to do it and it's mounted over the tank, throw down something, because you will drop something in the tank. All right, so all the screws are off. I'm going to slide it in. Now, I did turn off the T5 fixture, but you're noticing there's a little bit of kind of like a lean with the radions stuff. I don't know if you should probably do it this way. This might be a little bit risky, but I've already married the idea, so we're doing it. And I'm an idiot, because there's also another end cap on here that I gotta take off. So I have to take off 3 end caps. Oh my God. All right, this is getting too risky. We're taking this puppy down. Oh, I'm gonna cry. This is horrible. Oh man, this is like my worst idea ever. Absolutely ever. I should have taken off all the stuff before doing it, because there was no bar connecting the two lights. It started warping and bending the other side, and getting the radions down, and then this thing about friggin' fell into the tank and broke it, and I was doing it by myself, trying to shimmy it over on a short cord because there's not enough cord. Oh my God. That is, I don't know, I think it's more luck than skill that I got this puppy down, but oh my God, if my wife saw what had happened, she'd be freaking out. Since I'm already on the floor, might as well clean the light. And you can kind of see the side that I haven't gotten to yet, versus, I mean, that's a lot of grime. Probably should have cleaned this earlier, and I'll have to clean the radions too. And the bad news keeps getting worse. These bolts do not fit in here, like at all. Like they're too big. Like I'm going to scream. They're too big. This is ridiculous. See that? Right there. Nope. Too big. Too big. Ah! Let me go cuss off camera. Alright. My options are use those little whatever bolts and try to come up with a new bolt and slide it in, or I just drill the stupid thing in with self-tamping screws and then call it a day. I'm pretty ticked off. Self-tapping screws are about 1.5 inches, and that would put it in about that deep. It would be pretty far in there, and there's definitely a ballast running in here somewhere. So I have smaller ones that I could probably get in, and they would be about right there. Now these are older screws, hence why they're the flathead, but I think I'm gonna probably, and this should, yeah, that'll fit. That's not gonna come undone. Oh, focus! Alright, whatever. But anyway, that'll fit in there. So, and I'll probably throw a washer on top of it. So, what I'm probably gonna do is, I'm probably gonna take the other end off, see where I put the dang ballast in here. I'm pretty sure it's on that side, but I can't remember how far up the ballast is. And then I'm just gonna drill and put the screws in, and then put the little bracket in and screw it in and call it a day, because oh my god, this is frustrating. But my son is waking up right now, so I gotta be a dad. Alright, so I have the Lumen bar lined up, and that is about where I want it to be, and I've kind of marked right here. I'm gonna pull this out of the way, go in the middle, drill some holes in there, and drop it down, and pray that this works. I turned off the power before I get electrocuted. It was nice knowing you. Alright, so this is way thicker than I thought it was gonna be. I've been trying to carefully drill through because I don't want to just punch through the other side, but it's taken way longer than I thought it would. Alright, so the drilling was somewhat successful. Right here, I forgot that this little power brick, I thought it only went to about here, but it actually goes there and it kind of like tapers off a bit and then hits like a little connection board here. So I decided to be careful and go this way, because after I got to that part, I don't know if you guys can even see in there, but there's kind of like a little, I about hit the stupid thing. Luckily I stopped. So this is about where it's gonna be. If I knew that was gonna be moved in here, I probably would have shifted this down a little bit more, but what are you gonna do? All right, it's attached, and I have it angled slightly inward. That way, it'll kind of go along the back ridge of my rock structure, but we'll see how this all works. All right, time to put the end plates back on and screw this thing back in. I'm not gonna show you it because, you know, it's putting things back together. All right, so this turns out to be the biggest cluster of a project ever. You can kind of see that it is kind of hanging down in the back, but also is now taking all this out of midline. So now all the lights are shifted forward a little bit because the weight's here, and this piece kind of tilts to the back, and it's we have to have someone hold it at all times, or else we're gonna kind of tip it all over and it's gonna fall. So this is like that. Jesus Christ. Yep. So this has turned into a horrible project. So the solution is to take this off and hang it from the ceiling, and then we'll have another thing hung from the ceiling. And this has taken me way too freaking long. This has been one of the most miserable experiences ever. So pretty much I've decided to drill holes in the ceiling and hang it from the back, kind of like an appropriate reefer did. But he didn't have the ATI, you know, the aquatic life fixture. This fixture is dang near impossible to add anything on the sides of it because it just unbalances the crap out of it. I could have put a like bracket against the wall and kind of had it support underneath of it, but that looks so stupid. I mean, I don't have any good options. Essentially, I'm just kind of like between a rock and a hard place. Either hang something from the ceiling right on that same beam as those two and hope it doesn't look too janky, or pull something out from the wall, have like a little bracket and hang it down there. I'm thinking the ceiling is going to be the best bet, plus it's going to be the cheapest. I'm looking at stuff now and we'll see how it turns out. Now I thought I had another one of these brackets just kind of laying around, but I can't find it anywhere. So I might just have to buy one for like 10 bucks or 30 if I want to get a nice one. Maybe I'll do a 20. And just like that, it is installed and almost in perfect alignment. Of course, you can't really tell unless you square it up, but I have it just a tad bit lower on the back side. Now, I don't know if I want to angle it. I mean, it's going right over this ridge here, which is kind of where I want to, if I could angle it just a little bit like that, that would probably be ideal. Now, if I want to do that, I'll probably have to figure out how to use these little brackets and put them on there, but I'm not quite sure that that would work the way I want it to work. So for now, I'm going to leave it that way. I'm going to cut those wires because I have a bunch of excess, you can kind of see, and clean it up. Alright guys, so I tried to slightly angle this to be about right about there. That way I could get a little bit more in the back of the tank, not all the way in the back, but you know, just midway. And I couldn't get it to angle. I tried a string that I tied from there, trying to angle it to here, just kind of giving a little oomph to the side. It didn't work. I put the pins on the back and that didn't work either. So I think I am out of ideas, unless you guys got some. So let me know if you got an idea on how to adjust this. Alright guys, so that is my process, my struggle, my cursing that you didn't see on camera of trying to mount this ReefBreeders Lumen bar onto my Aquatic Life T5 fixture, and it did not go well at all. You cannot do it unless you put one on each side. So you kind of just have to hang it from the ceiling. Long story short, yeah, just hang it from the ceiling. Don't try to mount it to that fixture. Nothing worked that I did, and I just got frustrated. So guys, if you like what you see here and you want to see more, click the subscribe button, give me a like, give me a comment, let me know if there's something I can do to kind of get a little bit of angle, and I'm like looking like 5-degree angle, something like that, because I just want a little bit better, you know, light coverage that hits more of the coral as opposed to hitting the back glass that, you know, is just full of coralline. So I will see you next time.